All right, so the last month, and I'm talking about March, even though we are still in March, has been super, super duper, super duper busy, right? You know, we're celebrating Global Money Week this week, and we had our panel yesterday with the National Financial Education Committee. So, but what do I want to come and talk to you about today? I want to come and talk to you about your client's journey and what that looks like and what that feels like for each one of them. The reason I want to talk about this is because, you know, I'm working with a lot of new entrepreneurs over the last 3 months, and one of the challenges that a lot of them are having, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs go through this period, right? You have a great offer, you want to put it out there, you know what I mean? You might struggle with your pricing and stuff a little bit, but you have a great offer that you actually really, really want to share with your audience, and you really want to be able to, you know, attract your ideal client on a continuous and consistent basis, right? And you are posting often, you're sending out your emails, you are doing the videos as your coach told you to do, you're doing all of those things, but you're actually not getting the sales that you want. It's not converting, right? You've learned how to create your content that converts, but it's not converting. One of the reasons that it's not converting for some of you, not all of you, one of the reasons it's not converting, or your leads are not converting into sales, is because you have not made it easy for them to purchase from you. So let me explain what I mean. So your audience or your clients may find you on, they might find your website, right? Because let's say you run an ad or something, or it just pops up. So they find your website, they go through your website, they see something that they really, really love, but they have no idea how to purchase. They have no idea how to purchase because you have not made that buy now button or purchase here button or contact me button clear enough for them, right? It doesn't just have to be on a page by itself. It could be in different spots throughout your website, guys. So using the website as an example, you haven't made that easy for them to buy from you, so it's hard for them to actually see where to buy. The other thing is that when they do buy, you go ghost because you haven't connected that button to, let's say, your email list. Because 9 times out of 10, if they go on your website to purchase from you, you're asking them for information, right? You're asking them for their name, you may ask them for their address, their email address. Please, if you're not asking for their email address, make sure you're asking for their email address, and obviously to put in their bank information or whatever. But you haven't connected that system of that payment system to your email provider system, right? This is all the back end pieces, guys, and this is why it's important. Because once somebody buys from you, they should be connected to that email system, and from the time they purchase and it goes through, they should get an automatic email saying thank you for their purchase, giving them information about how long it will take for them to receive their purchase or whatever the case may be, and obviously with a receipt for purchase, right? After they get the receipt for purchase, one of the steps that you should also consider is having another email or WhatsApp or however you normally communicate with them, telling them about the tracking of their order. So if it takes 4 days to come out to them, or it takes 3 days or 48 hours, whatever the case may be for your particular offer, even if it is immediate, in that first email, you want to reiterate you have immediate access. Here is the link. Or you want to send out a follow up email saying, you know, your order will be shipped out on Thursday at 12 o'clock, or your order will be shipped out in the next 48 hours. If you don't want to put a date, the next 48 hours, right? And you would receive it in the next 48 hours. The other thing that you want to do is, once that person has received your product, let's say you're selling a product, right? Candles or clothes or whatever, you should now be sending them another email telling them Thank you for your order. You should have received it. Give us feedback on if you love it, and that kind of thing. And another email. So now we've reached at least 4 emails from somebody who has purchased from you. Another email asking them for feedback about the service, the feedback about the delivery, feedback about whatever it is that they bought from you, right? It means, guys, that you have to set up the back end of your business from now. You want to do that now before your business gets really, really, really busy. And when I say busy, before you start to, have 50, 100, 200 orders a day, because ultimately that's where you want to go, right? And you want to make sure that as much of that process is automated as possible and you don't have to manually do any of those things. Those things can be set up in advance in your business. So what I'm saying to you is that if your client finds you, we just use the example of your website, you want to have a very clear map, a very clear experience for them. You should have that written out on paper in your standard operating procedures booklet that you should have created for your business. You want to have that written out, and then you want to literally map it out, because it should be something that you could rinse and repeat for your business. Similarly, if somebody finds you on Facebook or Instagram, right, there should be a very clear place on your social media where they can click on a link. Even if you don't have a website and you have a landing page, you're using a link tree or something like that, where they can click on the link to get access to whatever they are buying from you, whether it's immediate access or it's access that they get after a period of time, right? You want to map out what that that journey is like, from finding you to being able to purchase, and what happens after they purchase. Because where a lot of you drop the ball and where you lose money is that a lot of entrepreneurs feel once somebody buys from me, that's the end of my journey with them. But your journey actually continues after they have bought from you, because what you want to do is to convert them into regular repeat clients, because that's where the money is, right? Not just new clients, new clients, new clients. New clients are very important, but those regular repeat clients, you want to make sure that once you get them into your funnel through their email, that you continue to provide them with value via your email, so that they will buy from you over and over again. Whether they purchase once a month, they purchase every 2 months, every 3 months, it really doesn't matter. But that continuous repeat of sales is how you move from making $50 to making $500. Does that make sense? Tell me in the comments if it makes sense. And tell me if you all hearing me still. Tell me in the comments if that makes sense, right? You want to set up your business in such a way that the journey that your clients are experiencing is easy, and it's on repeat for them, right? So whether it's through your website, whether they find you on your social media pages, what we like to tell people on Instagram, click the link on my bio. If they click the link on the bio, whatever you're talking about, they are supposed to be able to find and then purchase, and then get extra follow-up emails about the delivery of their purchase, and how they experience whatever they purchase. And you are supposed to continue to build those relationships. Yes, Judy, you have to continue to build and nurture those relationships. Once they give you the money, that is not the end of the relationship. So map it out. So whether it's on your website, whether it's on a landing page, whether it's on your social media, map out what that journey is like. And not just the journey for when they have to buy from you. You also want to map out the journey of if they have questions. So, for example, if you're using Facebook, and I think you could do this for Instagram as well, what are the frequently asked questions that people come and ask you in your business. Most of us know, right? We know they ask the same questions over and over and over. You should have that automated in your DMs. Have that automated in your DMs. So for our business, one of our businesses, we know what are the four questions people ask. Where are you located? What's the cost of this? What time do you open? And I can't remember the fourth question, but we already know in advance what are the most frequently asked questions that people ask us about our business when they land on our social media page, so that in our DMs we have automated those answers, so that whatever they ask, the answer is right there, and they're not waiting for us to answer, right? And also we give them the link to go ahead and book their service. You give them the link to go ahead and book their service, right? I know so many of you complain and you hate when people jump onto your post and say, what's the price, what's the price, what's the price, because you already said the price in the post, right? In the write-up, in your content. But guys, it's life. It's not a Caribbean thing, it's not a Trinity thing, it happens. Right? It's part of building a business, and you just have to figure out, okay, how am I going to deal with this? I'm going to make sure that that question is answered in my DM automatically, as well as I will create a link or an image or something that gives people, access. So, for example, if somebody comes into my WhatsApp and asking me for something, which is very rare, right? But if somebody does come into my WhatsApp and they ask me about something and they want to pay immediately, I don't have to say hold on, because I already have all my payment details as a JPEG, right? That I just send to them. So I mean, I literally did that today. A client asked me, jump in my DM, said my WhatsApp, and then I want to get this service. What's the cost? I gave them the cost, and it's like, oh wait, how do I pay? I sent the JPEG and I got paid immediately. All of that happened within the space of 5 minutes. Within the space of 5 minutes, right? Because I understand the journey, and because they got that, then okay, then they automatically get email saying thank you. This is the time of your service and blah 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 blah. You want to set those things up in the back end of your business. We always talk about the back end, right? What is that journey? And that's what I want to challenge you tonight to do, right? Take it literally is going to take you 30 minutes, guys, right? 30 minutes of doing this work in your business, instead of just scrolling through TikTok and scrolling through Instagram, minding people businesses that are minding your own. Pen and paper. I always advocate for you guys to write. What is the journey? If somebody finds my website, if somebody finds me on Google, if somebody happens to jump into my WhatsApp, so let's say somebody gave them your WhatsApp number, right? If somebody jumps into my WhatsApp, if somebody jumps into my DMs, what is that journey like? You have to put yourself in their shoes, because a lot of times, because it's not mapped out and because you may take too long to respond, they find somebody else to go and buy it from, right? Somebody who has everything mapped out and it's easier for them to buy. Understand, guys? Has anybody ever, tell me in the comments, has anybody ever mapped this out and like literally put pen to paper and map this out? Like, for example, if somebody is coming to do a one-on-one, right? We have our consult call. They automatically get a contract. They automatically get a invoice. Once they pay that invoice, they automatically get a the booking link for them to book their for them to book their first appointment, and it goes on and on and on, right? It's, you have to put yourself in their shoes. What is the journey like? If while you are writing this out, Tamisha, that's okay, we'll get to work, right? If while you are writing this out for yourself, you are feeling confused, then you can imagine how your audience is feeling if you are confused when you're mapping out this for yourself. You can imagine how they're feeling when they come onto your Instagram, or they come onto your Facebook, or they come onto your website, right? They are just as confused. You want to map it out. And then guys, you want to do slight changes. Make sure your contact, your booking is very clear. Make sure your contact information is clear. Make sure your call to action is very clear. Create a link tree if you don't have a website, which is that one page landing page. You know, add in links, add your booking link if you have a booking link. Like, so let's say you're in the beauty industry or whatever, add your booking link, right? Add the frequently asked questions in your Instagram and in your Facebook DMs, right? And the thing is, you know the questions that your audience is going to ask you. 9 times out of 10, you already know the questions, right? Every now and again, they will come with a question kind of on out of the loop, right? But it means you have to continue to look at your DMs, right? That is somewhere you need to be looking at every single day if you're not looking at it, because you could be leaving money on the table and nobody has time for that, right? But the purpose of this exercise is to make sure that it's easy for your audience, your ideal clients, to buy from you, to connect with you, as well as for you to continue to build a relationship with your audience, even if they don't buy, to continue to build a relationship with your audience after they buy. Because it's not, oh my God, they spent $200 with me. Okay, thanks, bye. No, you spent $200 with me. Great. Tell me how the product worked. Tell me what has been your experience. You know what else we have? We have this extra thing. So if you want, you could also buy this thing that is going to enhance the thing that you already bought. Or, you know what, we have this special coming up in April, and I know this is something that you would love. You want to continue building that relationship with your audience through your emails, right? That is the journey. What is the customer journey? Think about anybody you have bought from online. What was that experience like? Did you enjoy the experience? And not even only online, if you go into a store as well, sometimes when you go to these stores, they take your information and that kind of thing. What was your journey like? What happened after? Did they follow up with you? Did they send you a text? Did they send you a WhatsApp? Did they send you an email? Right? What would you have liked them to do? What would you have liked them to do? Right? Because you don't have to do what everybody is doing. You can make the experience for your customers a totally different experience, right? You could email them and say, because you purchased from us, the next purchase we're giving you 5% off or 10% off using this coupon code, to encourage them to go on your website and buy something else. What does that journey look like for your audience? What does it feel like? Because people will buy from you over and over again if they have a really great experience. So I'll give you all an example of that I experience every single month. I buy from Market Movers every single month. I go on their website. I have an account. I purchase from them. Once I purchase from the Market Movers, I immediately get an email with a summary of everything that I've purchased and my final cost, even though I get that on the website as well with my final cost. It reminds me of the options to pay. Once you pay, you get another email telling you that your order is being processed. Then you get another email telling you that your order is being shipped out. Then you get a phone call from your driver saying where he is or whatever that case may be. You understand, guys? It's the complete journey. What is the customer's journey for your offer, for your product? You have to set those things up so that people come back to you based on that. It's not based on your price. It could be the most expensive thing, but people come back to you based on that experience, right? Even with my dentist I used to go to before, right? After each dental appointment, I will get, a nice follow up, and then I will get, when it's time, and when it's 3 months time for my next checkup or whatever, I'll get a postcard saying, "Hey, Adanna, it's time for a checkup." Then I'll get either a call or an email, which will be encouraging me to book my next appointment. What is the journey? Because life is happening with people, right? So you want to make sure that you set it up in such a way that you are in front of them and you are top of mind you are top of mind with them at every given step. Yes, making sense. Judy, we have work to do. Tamisha, we have work to do. Yes, we have work to do. That's okay, right? We have work to do, guys. We need to get to work. If this is something that you want to set up in your business, then I just dropped on my Facebook. I just dropped an onboarding form for you to set up your appointments and decide which one, how you would like to work with me so that we can set this up, guys. Let's get to work. This is our $1 million year, which means we are putting things in place for us to make this $1 million. This $1 million is not just going to drop in our lap because we say it's $1 million year. We have to do the work and intentional work in order to receive this $1 million that we all rightfully deserve, right? So let's get to work. Let's do this thing. Click the link. I'll share it on my other social media pages as well. Click the link. Let's set up the back end of your business and really map out what your client's journey is. Yeah. So guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your questions. I didn't see any questions on Instagram, but I know I had the thing on Facebook. So great. So Judy, Tamisha, guys, I expect to be hearing from you so that we can get to work. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your questions. And I will talk to you guys pretty soon. Bye.